Right, I feel like this video is going to be a very autistic video. There are two moving factors in life, and these moving factors are pain and pleasure. Every single action you take in your life, every single thing that you do is motivated by either one of these things, pain or pleasure. You eat that donut because it's like juicy, it's like freaking sugary and you love it, pleasure. You, for example, study a little because you don't want to fail your classes, pain. Every single action you take is motivated by one of these factors, pleasure and pain. So basically life is pain-pleasure management. Now I want you to do actually a visualization session with me, and I want you to visualize over the last like 365 days all the pleasures that you had. You cheating on your diet, you're not going to the gym because you were like a little too sore, my friend. Oh, how bad, how pity. You waking up, for example, early in the morning, you have like a plan that you want to like actually really work for, and then you wake up and you feel like, oh, I'm just too sleepy, I can't bother to do this anymore. Did any of those pleasures actually serve you long term? The answer is no. The moment that essentially moment of like pleasure passed, it was gone. You swallowed the junk food, you ate the donut, the burger, and the taste was gone. It was just in that moment. It's not serving you in the long term. This is pretty much the same when it comes to pain as well. Like, for example, when you are sitting down on your desk working, or when you're, for example, recording a YouTube video, that is when you're going through the motions. When you're in the gym, for example, when you are in the library studying, that is when you're going through the motions. And going through the motions means that you are building yourself. And when you're building yourself, my friend, bro, that is painful. Building yourself is painful. But you are only feeling that pain when you are going through the motion. When I'm done with this recording, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I recorded the video. I actually recorded 2 videos and they were pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good now. But when I'm going through it, for example, it doesn't feel like the best. For studying for a test, it doesn't feel the best, for example, when you are studying it. But when you actually studied really well and then you get a good grade, you're like, yeah, it was worth it. So you're proud of yourself. So neither pain nor pleasure last. It is completely temporary. But what lasts is the essentially results that you get from doing those actions. Only the results that you get from your actions last. You wear all the results that you from all your actions like a dog collar. If you choose mostly pleasure over pain for like, let's say 6 months, at the end of those 6 months, you're gonna feel the same. You're gonna be like a normal person. You're gonna be like this. Yeah, normal, everything is normal. But you're gonna be probably out of shape, your health is not gonna be in check, your, for example, business is not gonna be doing well, you're not gonna make a lot of money. If you're in school, if you're like a student, if that's your main thing, you're probably not gonna get really good grades. But if you focus on pain over pleasure, if you prioritize actually going through the motions after 6 months, you're gonna feel like this. Yeah, I'm normal. Everything's normal. But you're going to be probably in shape. You are probably going to be doing much better in your business. You are probably going to be doing really well when it comes to academically or whatever like you focus on. Whatever the aspect of your life you want to be successful in, you are going to be successful in that because you focused on pain over pleasure. But after like, in both cases, after 6 months, you're like a normal person. Nothing changes. You don't feel the pain or pleasure after 6 months. Or 6 months is not an important time frame. After a year, after 2 months. Like, I don't sit down and like think about, oh, you remember the time I cheated on my diet? I don't go like this because it's like you don't have the pleasure anymore. Or when it comes to pain, I'm not like, oh, you remember that chest workout 2 months ago, bro? It was like very painful. You don't sit down and talk like that. Why? Because the pain, the pleasure, it is already gone. Those two things have nothing to do with how I feel now, but I still carry the results. So if you're not gonna feel the pain in like 6 months, 7 months, 5 months, like, I don't know, the timeline is not really important here. Why not shut the fuck up and focus on going through the motions and the pain? For your future, it is 100% irrelevant how you are feeling now. So why not actually go through the motions now, my friend? There are 2 types of pleasures, and those pleasures are 1, quick pleasures, and the second one is remarkable, or let's say memorable pleasures, more like memorable pleasures. So when I look back, for example, there are pleasures that I had that I go, oh, that was amazing, that was fun. For example, I went to a very nice holiday for like a week because it was very fun, it was with my friends, and it was just incredible experience. So I go back to that moment and I'm like, oh, that was fun, that was amazing. So that's a memorable pleasure. But I don't go, oh, remember the time, oh, I ate a burger, remember the time I was lying on my bed and doing nothing. No. How I want to structure my life is, I want to mainly focus on, obviously, like the pain, that's like the thing that we already know, but when it comes to pleasure, focus much more on memorable pleasures and minimize the quick pleasures that you have. No cheating on your diet, no missing gym sessions, no doing what you feel like doing, actually focusing on yourself and building your value as a man, at the same time having a lot of like memorable pleasures, things that you don't do often, things that you remember, creating fun memories in your life.